Hello guys, welcome to the channel Talking with J-Spirit, and on today's video I've got another review for the YouTube series Shark Week, where we'll be going through a bunch of shark movies, giving the good, the bad points and everything in between. That's what I'm going to do on this one. This is for the movie Deep Blue Sea. This is the first upload of today. I've got another upload coming up later on the channel I want you guys to stay tuned for, of course. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Deep Blue Sea, this came out in 1999 and this is an action-adventure sci-fi movie around 1 hour and 45 minutes long. The story is about searching for a cure to Alzheimer's. A group of scientists on an isolated research facility become the prey of a trio of intelligent sharks. Let's jump straight into the good points. Now, the good points about this movie is the plot of the movie is simple and somewhat interesting, especially with an interesting subplot points as well. The tone of the movie is great. It sets the pacing and the mood right from the get-go. The director did a great job with this movie. I really have to give him credit, executing a fun and entertaining movie. The production of this movie was great, and it definitely felt more sci-fi in terms of the location and the tech they used. Now, the sharks in this movie were great and unique as well, because they'd been physically altered in the brain, obviously being researched on and stuff like that, so they're a lot more intelligent. And the sharks as well, you don't just get great white sharks, you get tiger sharks as well, which is unique in movies because you don't normally see tiger sharks. And also the sharks' intelligence made the movie feel a lot more suspenseful, more tense, and the shark kills, of course, were absolutely awesome. The technical side of the movie was great as well, especially for its time this movie came out as well. The lighting, the editing, the cinematography, and even the explosions just looked great. The decision making for most of the characters were great as well. Even the stupid decisions really made for great kills. All the characters have a plot or motive which drives the movie from the start to the end. Thomas Jane was the main man. He was cool from the beginning. He really comes in and puts his footmark in the movie right from the get-go. As soon as we see him, he saves people. You can tell he's badass pretty much. Overall, he was likable and had some really good moments which got me off my seat. Stellan Skarsgård was in this movie. He was a good addition to the movie, and also looking quite young in this movie. It was quite different to see. I've not seen much of his younger days sort of stuff. Samuel Jackson took a role in this movie, that sort of leader role when it comes to being with the group. He was great in this movie, giving speeches to the people, trying to keep the people together. I felt like it was a great addition to the movie. Now, the best part about this movie was LL Cool J. He was absolutely great. He was my favourite for sure. And he was alone with his pet most of the movie, but really had his own narrative. He was very funny. I cared about him, and how he challenged the sharks was awesome. It really was. And in fact, he even killed one as well. Going on to the bad points. Now, the bad points about this movie is the rest of the cast pretty much sucked, really. I didn't like the females in this movie at all. They were annoying, predictable in what they was going to do. And the character of Tom as well, he had some funny moments, but overall he was shown to be as an extra side character through the movie. And we didn't know too much about him or care for him. All he kept doing was whining when it got to the situation. The character played by Thomas Jane was a cool character, but his backstory was, we learned about it in a rubbish way pretty much. Now, the way we learned it was Samuel Jackson and him both having a conversation, and Samuel Jackson just pretty much come out with, "You're an ex-con." That's pretty much it. And we're like, okay, he's an ex-convict. That is pretty much how we learned about him. I'd love to have got a bit more information on his backstory. Shark CGI moments, there was some moments which it can be questionable. It's like, meh. Obviously, at the time, it was about the 90s, so you can sort of excuse it a little bit, but it's like, yeah, nowadays when you watch it, you can question it. But the main bad thing for me when it comes to this movie was the script. The script and the dialogue really let this movie down for me. We got some really terrible conversations between people. It just felt like the dialogue was basic, boring, and pretty much limited. So guys, it's rating time. Let's have a look what the critics had to rate this movie. We have IMDb giving it a 5.8 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes giving it a 59%. And Metacritic giving it a 54. My rating for this movie is a 7 out of 10. That makes this a good movie. Overall guys, this was a fun and entertaining shark movie. To some it can be a cheesy movie, but for me it's a good shark movie which really offers a more sci-fi sort of aspect take on the shark movie genre. I think it offers a great cast with good performances, a range of sharks as well which is quite unique, and some great tense moments and great kills or even survival moments which are great as well. The movie is a bad good movie, if you know what I mean. It's one of them guilty pleasures. So guys, a 7 out of 10 for Deep Blue Sea from me. Don't forget to leave your ratings and thoughts down below in that comment section. Of course, I want to hear your opinions. And don't forget, if you really enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up. Let us know you enjoyed the content I'm giving you, and share the video around for everybody else to enjoy it as well. And if you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that bell for much more. We've got a bunch of stuff on the channel and a bunch of stuff on the way when it comes to movies and TV series. I don't want you guys to miss what's coming and what's on the channel. So when you subscribe and hit the bell, you'll be notified whenever I upload for sure. Stay tuned guys, we've got another video for the Shark Week coming up later on the channel in a few hours. I don't want you guys to miss it. So without further ado guys, I've been me, you've been you, and I'll see you next time guys on Talking with Jay Springett.